Well, the next topic is single source shortest path. Single source shortest path is the problem of finding the shortest path from a source vertex to all the other vertices of a given weighted connected graph. Okay, the single source shortest path problem is the problem of finding the shortest path to all the other vertices from a given source vertex in a weighted connected graph. So this is important, in a weighted connected graph. So if the graph is not connected, I mean if the graph is having the different components, so obviously it is quite obvious we cannot find the path to all other nodes. Okay, right? So it is for a weighted connected graph. All right. So there are various algorithms for finding the single source shortest path, of which the one important algorithm is Dijkstra algorithm. Okay, Dijkstra's algorithm. So Dijkstra's algorithm so comes under this greedy method, as we are discussing the greedy technique of algorithm design. So why? Because we have to find a subset of the given graph, we have to find a subgraph of this given graph, and at each time we go on considering each of the vertices that are given. Okay, and finally we find one solution, an optimal solution, and hence this problem best suits for greedy. Okay, all right. So in order to look at this Dijkstra's algorithm, okay, so we shall first consider an example. So let us consider an example graph A, B, the weight is 3, then 4, C, we have D here, the weight is 7, here weight is 2, next E, the weight is 4, 6, 5. So this is the given graph and these are the weights. Now given a source vertex, say assume a source vertex to be A, given vertex A. So if there is no source vertex given, you can assume any source vertex. Okay, so the source vertex is A. So from source vertex A, you have to find the shortest paths to all the other vertices, okay, right. So how to solve this? So the tree vertex, remaining vertices, illustration. Okay, the very first vertex to be chosen is A. Okay, so since A is the source vertex, so it does not has any previous vertex, so it is indicated as null and nothing, and A to A cost is 0. A to A cost is 0. I mean this is the source vertex. Now what are the remaining vertices and what are the costs? So consider the next vertex B. Vertex B, is there any edge from A to B? Yes, there is an edge from A to B. So B can be reached from A with a cost of 3, right? Next, is there any for C, is there any direct edge from A to C? No. Therefore C, it is nothing and infinity. Next, another vertex is D. Is there an edge from A to D? Yes, it is A comma cost is 7. Next, is there any edge to E? Nothing, no edge. Okay, now out of these vertices, out of these remaining vertices, which is the minimum one? So obviously it is value is, that is 3. Okay, therefore into the tree vertex you have to add the vertex B, and this vertex B is reachable from A with a cost of 3, isn't it? Okay, so you have to include that edge into the minimum cost, single source shortest path. Okay, so edge AB I will introduce. AB, the cost is 3. All right, done. So this algorithm looks like, yes, the Prim's algorithm, isn't it? So however it is slightly different. Okay, so we will see how it is different now from B, which are connected nodes. So from B we have the edges to A, to C, and to D. So these vertices are called as the fringe vertices or the fringe nodes. Okay, these are called as the fringe nodes. I mean the vertices which are connected to the vertex under consideration. So these are called as the fringe vertices. Okay, now you have to consider such a fringe vertex which is minimum. Okay, so when we considered A, so connected to A or B and D, and the cost was the fringe vertices, and the minimum cost was 3. Okay, now from B, okay, so from B, so B to A, so is already included in the tree vertex, so we should not touch it. Next vertex is C. Yes, is there any edge from B to C? Yes, there is an edge. What is the cost? 4. Therefore this problem is of single source shortest path. Therefore you have to always consider the length of the path from source vertex. Okay, so C can be reached via B, isn't it? However, since we are reaching the C from source A, the total cost is this value 3 plus the new cost from B to C. Okay, B to C, right? So C can be reached from the source vertex with a cost of 3 plus 4. So 3 plus 4. Next, D. Consider D. Is there any edge to B to D? Yes, there is an edge. What is the cost? If at all you are reaching D via B, the cost is 3 plus 2. 3 plus 2 is equal to 5. Now, what is the previous value? D has a direct edge from A. What is the cost? 7. So which is the shorter value, 5 or 7? It is 5. Therefore you have to update D now. Okay, so the vertex D can be reached from B with a cost of 3 plus 2. So I updated it. All right, next, the vertex E. Is there any edge to vertex E from B? No. So as it is. Okay, now which is the minimum? It is 7 and it is 5. So consider this edge, that is D, that can be reached from B with a cost of 5, and put that into the graph. So A, B, and B to D, right? Next, now from D, which are all connected, A, B, C, E. So A, B are already included in the tree vertex. You should not consider them. So the remaining vertices C and E. C, is C reachable from D? Yes, C is reachable through D from A with a cost of, yes, with a cost of 5 plus 5, 10, isn't it? C can be reached from D. Already for D we are having a cost of 5 from the source node, and this 5 plus DC edge 5, 10. So 10 is lesser value or 7 is lesser value? Yes, the 7 is the shorter value, therefore keep it as it is. Next, yeah, so this is what we consider. Next is E. E is having a edge from D. So with a cost of, so from the source E can be reached through D. E can be reached through D with a cost of this cost, I mean the cost to required to reach D plus D to E, that is 4, 9. Okay, right. So which is shorter value? It is B. Therefore include that. Done. So C, B, comma 7. Next, from C, yeah, the remaining vertex is E. E can be reached via C with a cost of 7 plus 6. How much? 13. However, we are already having a cost of 9 which is lesser than 13. Therefore, retain as it is. Done. And include that. So A, B, C, D, and now D, E. Okay, so the D, E. All right. E, D, comma 9, nothing. Right. Now write the shortest paths. Node, path, length. So from source node A to B, C, D, E, what is the path and what is the length of that path? Okay, now look this. So A is the source, so don't consider it. So B, yes, so for B can be reached from A. There is a edge, isn't it? So therefore the path is A to B. And what is the length of the path? 3. Write it here. Next, the next vertex D. How we can reach D? Via B. And how we can reach B? Via from A to B, B to D. Therefore, in order to reach D, right, we have to first come to B. So what is the path? This is the path, and then from B there is a path, that is D. And what is the cost? 5. Cost is 5. Next vertex is C. How to reach C? It is through B. Therefore for B, what is the path? So path is A, B. So from B we reach C. So it is A, B, C. And the cost is 7. So write 7 here. Next, E. How to reach E? It is via D. So first write the path to D. What is the path to D? It is A, B, D. So from there E is reached. And what is the cost? The cost is 9. Right? So finally you have to write the destination nodes and what is the path to be traversed and what is the shortest length that is possible from the source vertex A. All right, done. Now here in this A, B, B, D, these are called as the next to last nodes or the next to last vertex. Next to last vertex. Okay, so what do you mean by that? So starting from A to E, D is the next to last vertex. Starting from A to C, the B is the next to last vertex. All right, so this is what Dijkstra's algorithm.